5 سنين اسوي دولمة.
I never made it.
والطريقة اللي بديت بيها من سنة، يعني أول ما قعدت ساعات
Mona is a doctor. She can arrange a lawyer.
بالغلط.
I'm almost done with my meat.
I
Rita, you
know.
still have a lot of meat.
Rita, يلا.
You said 2 أنا 1.
I'm helping you too here.
خلي.
Help her. We'll help her. We have to be fair.
لا قلت لها ده ابوك من عدا ولا خليه معاونك. ارحب بكم برنامجنا هذا سميرة كيتشن، واقدم لكم احلى والذ الوصفات، ارجو ان تنال اعجابكم. برنامجنا اليوم كلش مميز، عندي ضيوف شابات 2 حلوات كلش وشاطرات ويعجبهم يتعلمون طريقة عمل الدولمة التقليدية والمضبوطة. اليوم عندي الشابات، عندي ريتا اللي هي تصير بنت حماية وصديقتها العزيزة كلش نورا. وإن شاء الله راح نكون طبعا راح نمضي وقت كلش طيب وياكم، وراح نسوي هذه الوصفة، وراح أخلي اثنيناتهم هم راح يسوون الوصفة كلها من البداية للنهاية، وراح نطبخها وراح طبعا ياخذوها للبيت ويقدموها لأولادهم وأزواجهم، وإن شاء الله تعجبكم الحلقة. لا تنسون أن تشتركون في قناتي حتى يوصلكم كل ما هو جديد من وصفاتي في الأسابيع القادمة. To purchase my cookbooks, Treasured Middle Eastern Cookbook, مختارات من فنون الطبخ, a baking journey. You can email me to order directly from me schola11@yahoo.com or you can order from amazon.com. رح نبدي بتحضير الخضرة اللي رح نحشي بيها طبعا الدولمة. أول شيء رح نبدي بالباذنجان. We will start by preparing our vegetables that we will stuff besides the grape leaves. So first of all, here I have eggplant. We try to use the smaller kind of eggplant, and this is fairly large. If we can find small ones, we don't have to cut it in half. But this one is a little bit, it's on a larger side, so we will cut it in half. Beautiful eggplant.
So how do you prepare the eggplant? Do you boil it? Do you fry it?
Yeah, I'll show you how we do it. But first of all, what you need to do to pick eggplant, you want to make sure the head is like nice and green like this.
Okay.
The darker it is, the older the eggplants are.
Oh.
Yeah, and then there'll be more seeds inside, and it's not going to give you the best result. But the greener this part is, the best the eggplants or the fresher they are.
Okay,
so كل ما يكون الراس الباذنجان يكون اخضر كل الزين، كل ما يكون الباذنجان فريش كلش. You see how beautiful?
Oh, yeah.
Nice and white. There are no seeds. So we use something like this to scoop the flesh out. So just like that. But of course we don't want to break the skin. So we try to stay in the middle, and we will leave very thin wall on the outside. As much as we can, we have to be careful. So we just scoop as much as we can. And this is the only way to prepare the eggplants for dolma, or even when you make sheikh mahshi. So we have to do these steps, otherwise the eggplant will be like very tough and it's not going to cook as well. So first of all, what we do is we sprinkle each one with some salt, and we will leave it on the side for about maybe 5 to 7 minutes. This way the salt will drain all the bitterness from the eggplant, and it's going to make it nice and sweet. So this is a step that's very, very important. We really cannot skip this step, not only to prepare the eggplant for stuffing it for dolma, but for any other dish that we use eggplant. So we will sprinkle some salt, and we'll do the same thing here. So we'll set it on the side for about 5 minutes. رح نتركها لمدة 5 دقائق. الملح هذا رح يجر كل المرارة من الباذنجان، ورح يعطينا نتيجة كلش زينة. على ما بدنا ننتظر على الباذنجان هسه. Here we have the onion. So what we did is we peeled the onion, and we will make a cut halfway only. You see how much? We don't want to go all the way through the onion, so just halfway, and then it goes in the water. And we will boil this for about 2 to 3 minutes only, and this will help us to release all the layers without breaking anything. يعني حيسوي كلش لين البصل شويه، وبسهوله راح نفصل الطبقات هذه كلها. سو دقيقه دقيقتين حسب حجم البصل.
لسه يعني
من
قويه
الطبخة.
بالاكل.
صح. وهم بصعوبه لانه هسه لو نفتح الطبقات هذه كلها راح تتكسر.
Right.
Because it's very crystal.
Yes.
We can't really
So just a few
control.
minutes. Just a few minute boil.
Few minutes to boil,
Okay.
just to release all the layers easily. So this will go on the stove, and then now we will work on the zucchini. طبعا هنا أنا عندي شجر همينة. طبعا تعتمد الحجم الشجر اللي نستعمله. اذا كان اصغر نقسمه قسمين، او حتى اذا كان كلش صغير مرات نقدر ما نقسمه حتى نقدر نحشيه وهو هيك. بس هذا الشجر همين حجمه كبير فراح اقسمه 3 اقسام.
سمير، هو هذا النوع الشجر تستعمليه وهذا الفاتح؟
هو يعني الفاتح ما يكون موجود دائما السنه كلها،
صح.
بس بالصيف يكون موجود، بس هذا يكون موجود السنه كلها. بس اذا ذاك يكون موجود اشتري ذاك. This one is mostly called zucchini or squash.
Yes.
But that one it's called كوسة بالعربي.
Yes.
So but ما يكون موجود دائما، وخاصة بس بالمحلات العربية يكون موجود. يعني بالأسواق ما يكون موجود، بس هذا موجود دائما. ما يفرق هواية بالطعم. So هذا همين الشوفون شلون حفرناه. And we left only very thin wall of zucchini flesh in there to stuff it with. And we will do the same thing for all of them. See, this is the part where you can prepare all these vegetables even a day before.
Yeah.
And you can put them in, like in a container and, leave them in the fridge, and then next day everything will be ready for you to do.
Can you boil your onions a day before too, or do
Yes.
they get too soft?
No, you can, because you will remove them from the water.
Okay.
And you will just set them in a plate so it'll be nice and dry. Yeah. You don't want to keep them in the water.
It takes me forever to look how easy you can do it.
Practice.
Yes. I mean,
Of course, everything is practice.
Yeah.
The more you do it, easier it gets. Okay, so now the zucchini are ready. هسا عندنا الفلفل همينة بدنا نستعمل هذا. تقدرون تستعملوا أي نوع فلفل يعجبكم، وحتى مرات يكون هذا يكون spicy hard. There is like a hot one.
Yes.
That will be very nice. I always try to pick one and put it in the middle. It gives you so much flavor and some heat too. Yeah. So إذا يكون كلش حار همينة لا تستعملون أكثر من وحدة، لأنه راح كلش يسوي الدولمة كلش spicy. So بس قصون القبض مالته just like that. You just cut the tip and make sure it's still intact and remove any of the seeds, and this will be ready to be stuffed. Easy. And now we will prepare the tomatoes. We will cut this out. راح نسوي قبض هنا. We will make like a lid almost, and then we will remove all the flesh.
I always have a hard time doing this.
It's, you just have to go all around. You have to have a small sharp knife, just like this. And that's it. And I don't throw this away. I chop it and put it in the filling.
Oh, okay.
Why not, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've been making dolma, but there's a lot of tricks that I didn't know.
Yeah, like I said, practice makes everything perfect.
Yeah.
And you know what, I mean, we all learn something every
Yeah, of
single
course.
day.
Yeah.
So, it doesn't hurt to learn new tricks and new ways of, to make our job easier, to make the cooking more fun and more interesting. So you don't have to just, be tired of doing it all the time. So all the vegetables are ready now. And now we will finish working on the eggplant. So here I have paper towel. I will pat dry it just to make sure any salty water.
Yeah. And so are these going to go in the oven?
Yeah, this will go in the oven, 450 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
Just until soft. We don't want to cook them.
Okay.
Yeah. So we will brush the inside of the eggplant and the outside. And just arrange them here. And this way will go for any recipe that we use for eggplant. If it's for sheikh mahshi, that you stuff it, I will do that. Or if you want to stuff it with anything, that will give you the best result for eggplant.
To roast them first.
Nice and sweet, and salt them. Let them sit on the side for a few minutes, and then brush them with some oil and roast them, and will give you the best result. So this will go in the oven, 450 degrees, for about maybe 7 to 8 minutes, depending on the size of the eggplant, until just they're soft. And then we will set them on the side to cool off, and we will fold them. So thank you so much, Rita. Thank you so much, Nora. I'm very excited for you guys to be here, and we're gonna have so much fun making dolma from scratch, and it's going to be amazing. أشكركم شكر جزيل طبعا ريتا ونورا. طبعا اليوم هم ضيوفي، وأنا كلش فرحانة هم ويانا، وراح نسوي الدولمة العراقية على الطريقة المضبوطة، الطريقة التقليدية، وراح أشوفهم بالضبط شلون يسووها، وإن شاء الله راح تكون حلقة كلش مميزة. أول شيء راح نبدي بتحضير الأشياء اللي نحتاجها للحشو، اللي هي التمن. طبعا أنا غسلت التمن وصفيته من المي، اللحم اللي قطعته بالإيد، طماطة مفرومة، معجون طماطة، ثوم مفروم، بهارات وملح. هي هاي الأشياء اللي كلها نحتاجها لتحضير الحشو. نورا هنا راح تخلي كل هاي الأشياء، التمن، اللحم، الطماطة، كل الأشياء بإناء مثل هذا، وراح هي تحضر الحشو اللي راح تسوي الدولمة بيه. وريتا راح تسوي نفس الشيء همينة، راح تحضر الحشوة مالتها اللي هي نفس الشيء. راح تخلي كل الأشياء. طبعا مثل ما تشوفون انا اقطع اللحم بايدي، بس تقدرون تستعملون لحم مفروم اذا يعجبكم، بس من يكون مقطع بالايد يكون وايد اطيب، ينطي نكهه كلش طيبه من طبخ. طبعا يمكن للسهوله لكم لانه انتم كلش مشغولين تقدرون تستعملون اللحم المفروم. The whole yeah. Of course, the amount of tomato paste all depends on how much you like to use. Usually it's like from half cup to 1 cup for this measurement, but you could use more or less. تقدرون تستعملون كمية المعجون أكثر أو أقل حسب ما أنتم يعجبكم. من هيك يعني قلت نصف كوب إلى 1 كوب لهذه الوسطة مالتنا، بس تقدرون تزيدون أو تنقصون مو فد شيء ضروري. خلطوها كل هالمواد سوا، وهاي راح تكون الحشو مالتنا.
And what cut of meat do you usually use?
I use sirloin for this, but you could use, chuck. You could use even steak, any kind of whatever you prefer.
I use chuck roast.
Yeah, chuck roast or sirloin. It depends. If you want it to be more lean, you could use sirloin. If you want it to be a little bit more fat, you could use chuck. Okay. But it's all what you like to use. هنا مثل ما تشوفون حضرنا كل الاشياء اللي نحتاجها. طبعا هنا عندي الشجر حفرناه، عندي الفلفل هنا طبعا طلعنا البذور من عنده، الطماطة همينة طلعت الحشوة مالتها وفرغناها حتى نحشيها، والبصل هنا طبعا مثل ما تشوفون ورا ما برد شلون بسرعة تنفصل الطبقات كلها واحدة من اللخ. هذا همينة حضرنا. الباذنجان همينة مثل ما شفتوا شويناه شوية بالفرن حتى يكون شوية ناعس قبل ما نبدي نحشي. وطبعا أهم شيء بتحضير الدولمة هو الورق العنب. طبعا you all know, like grape leaves is the most important part of making the dolma. So we're going to be using 2 different kinds. Nora will be using the fresh that I picked from my garden, which is fresh. And then Rita will be using the one that we pickled, and of course I will put the link in how we pickled them. This was one of the episodes that we did, and then I will show you both ways, and we will use both different kinds of grape leaves, and you will see it's going to be no difference. They're both going to be so good. Okay, اثنيناتهم راح يكونون طيبين. استعملنا ورق العنب اللي سويناه قبل بحلقة سابقة، وراح نستعمل الورق اللي هو فريش. مثل ما تشوفون هنا ورا ما قطعته وغسلته راح نقص النهايات هذه because if we leave these sticks out they will break the leaves. So it's very important that we have to cut them. And then we have enough here. So here I have hot water. You could even use boiling water. We don't want to boil it. We just want them to be soft. So we'll leave them for a few minutes.
And it's just water, no lemon,
It's just
no
water.
salt,
You don't
okay.
need to do any of that. No, it's just water, but it has to be hot. We would just want to make them soft,
okay.
so they'll be pliable
Okay.
when we roll them. So بس نريد شوية نخليهم بالمي الحار حتى يلينون شوية ويكونون سهل إن حتى نلف الدولمة. بس اللي بدنا نستعمله من الجار, the one that we're using from the jar, it's already soft, so we don't have to do anything for it.
Okay.
So this will be good. I guess we might have just enough for this. So let's flip them, making sure everything will be nicely soft. And we'll set them on the side until we are ready to use them.
Okay.
First of all, what we need to do for the other one that's pickled, remember we used these jars when we rolled a few of them. So we will take them and just put them in a colander like this over a plate, so we can have it to drip any of the mixture of the salty brine with the lemon.
Okay.
Making sure that's gonna drain. هذه اللي طبعا سويناها قبل حفظناها بماء مملح وحامض. رح نتركها هنا. أول شيء راح نسوي؟ أول شيء خليت قليل من الزيت بيقعر كل جدر. راح ناخذ الجدر اللي راح تلف نورة بيه الدولمة. راح أضيف طبقة من الورق هذا بقعر الجدر. طبعا اكو اضافات هوايه ناس يضيفوها بقعر الجدر. قسم يضيفون لحم او اضلاع يكون بها لحم وعظم بقعر الجدر، قسم يضيفون حتى منابير محشايه، قسم يضيفون باجله همينه اذا خضراء اذا يابسه، اكو هوايه اضافات ناس يضيفوها. بس طبعا هذا فشي خاص يعني عايد لكم انتم شو يعجبكم تستعملون. There'll be so many additions to the bottom of the pot. Some people might add like ribs with meat. Some people might add fava beans. Some people might add even.
It's a preference.
It's a preference on any other thing you can add, just to make it even more flavorful or more rich. But I don't like to add any of these. I just want to keep the dolma in the flavor that it is. All this mixture that you guys mix, it will just keep it in that flavor. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna arrange like one layer of grape leaves, like you see here.
Yeah. And what does that do? Does it keep it?
This what happens is because the first roll will be the onions, the vegetables. It's gonna keep them from burning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is gonna protect them, and they will be all so nice.
So would you do that if you had meat, or you would not put the grape leaves in?
You will not.
Okay.
You don't need to. If you have something, you don't need to. Even though you can.
Okay.
It's not gonna affect anything. So Rita, you wanna do that too? You wanna arrange one layer next to each other, make sure everything is nicely covered. Okay, so we could do that.
سميرة أنا اتفرجت الفيديو مالتك أول واحد وسويت يعني بسوي الدولمة هيك الطريقة بالضبط.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good. طبعا أنا كلش أفرح من شابات مثلكم يتفرجون الفيديو ويسوون كل هذه الطبخات. طبعا أول شيء راح نضيف كطبقة أولى راح تكون الخضروات كلها بقعر الجدر. So first of all the vegetables going to be as a first layer in the pot, and then goes the onions, and then lastly goes the grapes. It's always what. I'm not sure, why the grape leaves needs to be on top, but it's just like that's how it's done all the time, and we want to keep it,
I like it the way it is.
I know, it's just
I like
nice.
the grapes
It's just nice,
Yeah.
So okay, so Nora, have you made
No,
grape
this is
leaves
my
before?
first time making.
You haven't made. Okay,
No,
perfect.
but it's my daughter's favorite meal, so
Perfect,
she's gonna be
perfect.
excited that I'm
That's
learning.
good. And of course, just to let you know that Nora is a doctor, and she has a very busy life. She has a family. She has 3 kids, right? Nora?
Yes, 3 kids.
And a husband, of course, and she has very, very busy life. And of course, I don't blame you if you don't make food that takes this much time for
Yes.
you, but I'm sure occasionally you can make it and
Yes.
your family will be. And you know, the nice thing about the dolma is like you can mix everything, you can roll it,
Yes.
put it in the fridge, and then next day you don't have to worry about cooking. All what you have to do is cook it and serve it.
Right.
So that's what's nice about dolma. And Rita have made dolma before, right?
Yeah, my husband's
So,
favorite.
There you go. So Rita
I wouldn't miss
سويتها قبل، بس اليوم عندها قسم من الأسئلة تريد تعرف الطريقة المضبوطة حتى تتأكد بأنه تطلع عندها كلش مضبوطة وطيبة. وطبعا نورا مثل ما قلنا نورا دكتورة إياها وكلش عندها يعني حياتها كلش طبعا بزي إياها وعندها أطفال وكلش ما عندها وقت تطبخ شي طبخات، بس تريد تتعلمها لأنه عائلتها كلش يعجبهم ياكلون الدولمة. إن شاء الله راح تتعود عليها وتسويها لهم دائما. راح نبدي أول شيء. هنا أنا عندي الطماطة. So you can stuff the tomato. You can do the
And do
same
you
thing.
fill it completely?
We never fill completely
Okay.
because once the rice is cooked, it's just gonna expand, you know. So
Okay.
we want to go like a little bit over half,
How's
and you will
that?
see perfect. And you don't even have to press on it.
Okay.
Yeah. So this goes in the middle usually.
Okay.
So we will start with tomato, then eggplants, and then pepper, zucchini, and then the next layer will be the onion.
Okay.
Yeah, this is perfect. Yeah. And okay, so what you do is, because you know this is like one eggplant cut
Okay.
into 2 pieces.
Yes.
If you find a small size eggplant, we don't need to cut them.
Okay.
But this was fairly large, so
Okay.
we had to cut them in half. So you kind of like put them close to each other, so
Okay.
the filling does not come out
Okay.
when it's cooking. Okay, so نخلي الباذنجان، طبعا هذا الباذنجان كان شوية حجمه كبير، يعجبني اشتري شوية اصغر بس ما كان متوفر، فقطعناه الى نصفين. This is perfect.
Okay.
This is perfect. And then so نخليه واحد يملغ حتى نتأكد بأنه الحشوة ما تطلع من الدومة دا تنطبخ. Yes. But you're gonna lose a lot of the space. Yeah, you don't have to. Just one next to each other. It's good. Yeah.
How's
But-
that?
so-
Is that good?
It's perfect.
Okay.
Yes, it's perfect. And now you can start with the zucchini.
Okay.
Of
Do
course.
you have to put the zucchini in each other as well?
Yeah, next to each other.
Oh, okay. So
And
you don't have
we
to
try
stick them.
we try to keep everything, you know, like next to each other,
Yeah.
snuggle next to each other.
Okay.
So nothing will escape during cooking.
Okay.
Of course, you could use any vegetables that you want. You could, if you don't like peppers, you don't have to use them. If you don't like eggplants, you could use more eggplant, less zucchini, whatever you like. تقدرون تستعملون خضروات اللي تعجبكم انتم. تقدرون تستعملون فلفل اكثر او باذنجان اقل او شجر اكثر حسب ما انتم يعجبكم. بس هي هاي الاشياء الضروريه او التقليديه اللي نستعملها لعمل الدولمة. If it happens and I have big ones, I cut them in half even.
Yeah.
So ماكو داعي نستعمل البصل الحجم كبير، كل ما يكون صغير كل ما احسن حتى همنا بسهوله ينطبخ، همنا ما نريد يعني يكون عندنا قطع كبار كلش. وطبعا نورا سألت قد نغلي البصل حتى يكون حاضر لنا حتى نفصل الطبقات، ما يحتاج أكثر من دقيقة دقيقتين. طبعا هم يعتمد على حجم البصل، مرات يكون حجمه كبير يكون بطبقات أكثر، يمكن يحتاج شوية وقت أكثر. إذا صغار ما يحتاج وقت هواية، بس نريد شوية حتى يلين حتى نفصل الطبقات واحدة عن الأخرى. And you can just arrange all the onion in the pot, you know. Of course, wherever there is like a space, make sure you fill everything before we start doing the grape place. You guys are doing amazing job, beautiful. So look at Nora, first time, and she's a pro already. Good job, Nora.
Thank you. I have a good teacher.
You're doing great, honey. You too, Rita.
Thank you.
I know you've done it before, but you're doing amazing job.
Thank you.
And even, you know, like the inside the onion, I just throw in the pot. It gives you so much flavor. You know, الأشياء الأقسام الصغيرة كلش من اللي ما نقدر نفتحها ونحشيها من البصل، همين نخليها بالجدر تنطينا طعم كلش طيب. So هسه نورا وريتا خلصوا وحشينا كل الخضروات والبصل. So هسه طبعا راح نبدي بلف ورق العنب. هنا نورا بدها تستعمل الورق اللي احنا كان فريش وبس خليناه بشويه مي حار. وشوفوا شلون لونه صار ذهبي، وشوفون شلون صار لين، وبسهولة راح نقدر نلف الورق. So what I do is we're using the fresh ones.
Yeah.
You see how nice, it became like golden
color change.
and it's nice and soft and pliable, and we
Yes.
can roll it easily. And so what I do is I try to pick the ones that they're all the same size, so we can have all the same size grape leaves. So كل هذه الأحجام اللي نريد نستعملها راح تكون نفس الشيء. وشوفون هذا الورق اللي احنا كنا حاطيه في محلول الملحي والحامض، وهنا همينا. So it's so easy, instead many people might just like take one at a time, and just roll it, and some people might just like roll it with their hand. I find it very hard.
Yeah.
And then they don't close very well.
Okay.
And they don't really look, as neat as they should be. So what I do is like I arrange, at least 6 or 8 depending on the size. And do you see how this side with the veins
Yes.
always has to be up?
Okay.
Because when we roll it, we want the shiny part to be, that gives you more, like nice look and everything. It's gonna taste the same,
Okay.
but it just looks better. So
Okay.
when we put our filling, this will be the shiny part.
Okay.
So شوفون شلون الورق دائما هذه الفينز تكون فوق حتى من نخلي الحشوة ونلفها ينطينا الجزء اللماع وينطينا منظر كلش حلو همينا. And then we don't have to see all these veins when we roll it. But again, it's nothing wrong if you flip it and roll it on the other side. If you make a mistake, it's no big deal. So what you do is like you will put some filling here, some filling on each one of them, and then we will start rolling. So this is, let me show Rita how much filling. So we don't want to put too much because of course when we cook it, the rice, and we want to have nice and neat grape leaves. We don't want to have like really large ones. It just looks better when they are like small. So we usually it's about 1 tablespoon, let's say, on each. It depends on how big the leaves are. So راح نخلي تقريبا ملعقة طعام من الحشوة، ما نريد نخليه هواية حتى نحشيها تكون طبعا كلها بنفس الحجم وتكون منظرها كلش حلو. ما نريد نسويها كبيرة كلش بعدين ما يكون منظرها كلش حلو. So نحاول and then you try to like kind of distribute everything in the middle like this away from the sides. شوفين شلون يعني كلها لازم تكون تقريبا بالوسط هنا ربع من هنا حتى كلها تكون بنفس الطريقة. Okay. So this is a little bit too much.
Too much? Okay.
Too much, yeah. So we'll take some out.
Okay.
زين ما تفرق التخليل مثل ما المخلل والفريش ما ذاك الفرق.
ايه شوفي هسه ورا ما سويناه بالمي ما يكون اكو بيه فرق، بس يمكن هذا لانه مخلل بالحامض والملح. يعني انا بالنسبه لي بصراحه ما اشوف اي فرق، وهم اذا يكون الفريش موجود استعمله. بس يمكن قسم من الناس يقولون هذا لانه محمض يمكن راح ينطينا حموضه، احنا راح نخلي حامض وراح نطبخ الدولمة بالحامض همينه، سو ما راح تاثر هوايه. بس اذا موجود يكون مثلا خلينا نقول اذا
ماني عندي هوايه يعني فريش بالباكيات،
بس المشكله شنو راح تكون تقريبا اسبوعين 3 بس موجوده. سو احسن اذا واحد you pickle it and you put it in the jars so you can use it the whole year. You could use it the whole year, right? So that's why. But if you have fresh, a couple times you could use it and then you can preserve the rest. So let's start rolling. Okay, so you bring the end over the filling. There you go. And then you just start rolling. You don't want to do it too tight because you want to leave room for them to cook. And you just go all the way, roll it like a cigar. Perfect. Okay. Good job. Perfect. Yeah. A little bit tighter than that because we don't want it to open. Okay. So, yeah. We will arrange it on a platter and then we'll go to the pot and arrange everything in the pot. So there you go. A little bit tighter شوي أكثر.
الورق العنب بالشيش الموجودة بالمحلات يعني do you recommend it?
you know what لا هذا مو زين ابدا لانه هذا اللي احنا بدنا نستعمله وبدنا نحفظه خاصه هنا نعيش احنا بميشيغان اتس وايلد هو يعني بري يكون فيكون كلش خفيف وكلش تندر سو يعطينا نتيجه كلش زينه بس هذا اللي يكون بالشوش يكون كلش ثخين and it's tough and it doesn't taste as good.
Okay.
Good job, Nora. Good job. Okay.
Put them
So
in
let's
here?
put not yet.
Okay.
Let's finish rolling all of them,
Okay.
and then we will arrange them in the glass. So put 6 all together. Try. If it's too small, sometimes we put one next to each other.
Oh, okay.
If it's too small, but let's try, or we can just set it on the side.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about this one? Is it a good size?
This is a good size. Yeah. They need to be on the same size. Okay. طبعا كلنا نعرف الدولمة يسموها ملكة المائدة. That means the queen of the table.
Oh, it really is.
That's what they call
It's
it.
always the main
It's
attraction.
always the main attraction.
Yes.
And like in any occasion, especially if you have any gathering, first thing like the woman of the house she'll think about making is a pot of dolma.
It feeds the crowd.
It feeds the crowd, and it's everybody loves it.
It takes
I don't remember just knowing anyone that doesn't like dolma. Everybody does. Young people, old people, they all do. It's really good to have. Okay, so
Where is it originally from? Dolma.
I think it's Turkish, probably. Most of our food it's originated. Like we have similar, like ways of cooking. Like dishes. They might have different spices that they use, or different juice that they cook it with. But it's usually. That's where they originated from.
من كنا باليونان همين كانوا اليونانية يطبخون دوما بس
صحيح بس هم كل واحد عنده طريقته
ايه صحيح هم يعني يسوون مثلا ليبس بحدة ماكو فيجيتابل
وهواية من الناس هي ليش يسموها stuffed grape leaves بس هواية من الناس بس يسوون ورق ما يخلون بها أتصور يعني العراقيين وأكثر حتى أنا أعرف يعني عندي صديقتي لبنانية دائما من تسوي ورق خمينة واحدة يعني مو دائما تخلي الفيجيتابلز بس إحنا يعني العراقيين كلش يعني يعجبنا نخلي الفيجيتابلز لأنه كلش طيبة وأكثر صحية. كل شيء يعني طبعا كل نوع من الفيجيتابل راح ينطي يعني تقريبا طعم يضيف إلى الدولمة. إذا الفلفل إذا الباذنجان كلها تنطي طعم خاص. بس yeah, it's good. A little bit more. Okay. So how did you guys meet? You and Nora, Rita?
Through my best friend.
So you've been friends for a long time?
11 years.
11 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So صديقات من زمان, huh?
Yes.
That's good.
Best friends.
خوات. Yes.
That's good. That's very nice.
يعني she's حتى family friend.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. It's nice to have a friend you can trust, you can enjoy being with, وespecially انتم بعدكم شابات صغار وعندكم جهالكم صغار همين حلو حتى يشوفوكم انتم شلون تكونون وحده ويا اللوخ يعني.
احنا حتى جهالنا صايرين best friend.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, that's good.
There's nothing better than friendship and family.
صحيح.
Food is always a love language, so.
Oh yeah, right.
We should make a pod me and Junior one day.
Yeah, one day.
Yeah, you know what? Every time you make dolma, you get together.
Yeah.
And it's just fun. You can talk. You can catch up. It's always fun. And let me tell you one trick, which is like, of course,
yes.
You guys are beginners, but anytime, like you can tell who's a good dolma roller or who does the best dolma when there is not even 1 grain of rice outside.
Oh my gosh, I should check on mine.
So mine's good?
It's good. That's why I took a few.
Oh, okay.
So that's like a good trick, and you will know, oh, this one is really, really a good dolma roller, when there's no rice, because, the rice is going to cook inside and it's not going to make it as nice,
Honestly, I never paid attention on this.
Yeah. So just like, this is like before they say, like when a mother-in-law, is like teaching her daughter-in-law.
Or testing
testing how good her dolma is. If she sees any grains of rice out of the leaves or the vegetables, that means
It's
oh,
not good.
you know, today is only B plus or something.
One of the reasons I never made dolma myself is because I work a lot, so I don't have a lot of time. But I notice now that it's the preparation that takes longer than actually doing it.
Yes. And you know, and like I said, this is what's nice about it. It's not like cooking any other meals. You can prepare all this.
In
you know,
advance.
the preparation can be done a day before. Even you can roll it and put it in the pot a day before, and then next day relax, just cook it, and you'll be done. And even you know, like you can do it on the weekend. For you know, weekdays when you are working,
Yes.
and then you'll have it ready.
Samira, I prepare all the stuff, all the veggies and everything the day before. I cut the meat the day before, and then the next day it takes me 1 hour.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah. Preparing is very important. Yeah. And that goes for every dish, to be honest with you. I mean, as much as you can prepare, it will help you for the day of, you know, making that dish.
Yeah.
Shifting?
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fun, isn't it?
It's not bad at all.
It's not bad at all. I mean,
it's
a lot of
important.
people get
Tomorrow we can do it
scared.
together.
Yeah.
It gets scared of, you know, making.
So it was salt and baharat that you had in the.
just salt and baharat.
Okay.
Yeah. But you know,
Margin.
it all depends, you know, like on
How much you're
how
making.
spicy you want it.
سميرة مثلا احنا يعجبنا تعالوا زوجي تكون سبايسي نخلي فلفل اسود لو مور سبايسز
هي ما تقدرين تخلين يعني اكثر طبعا تقدرين تزيدين كميه البهارات بس مرات البهارات تكون كلش حاره سو هم يعني لازم تعرفين شنو هي البهارات مالتك بس اذا مو كلش حاره وما تقدرين تضيفين يعني حتى راح تطغي على الطعم كلش بهارات هوايه ذاك الوقت تضيفين فلفل اسود لان هي الحراره مال البهارات تجي من الفلفل الاسود سو تضيفين فلفل اسود يعني اكثر اذا تعجبك اكثر حاره
يعني مو فلفل احمر فلفل اسود
ومرات همينه تقدرين تخلين مثلا كابل هالابينوس ان ذا باتم تقدرين هذا الفلفل اللي حشيناه مرات اكو الهنغاريان بيبر هذا يكون سبايسي سو تقدرين همينه تحشين فلفل حار سو هذا هم ينطي حراره سو يو نو اكو عده طرق حتى تسويها مور سبايسي.
How long does the preparation usually take for you, Samira?
You know, like each vegetable needs a different time to prepare.
Yeah.
So let's say, like, if you're only using, for instance, like, you know, my kids or my family, they only like grape leaves and onion, and that's it.
That's like my daughter.
They don't like any vegetables. I might throw like, you know, a pepper there or something.
Yes.
So that takes less.
Yes.
But like, you know, if you're using eggplant, it takes the longest because you have to cut them, you have to scoop them out, you have to like sprinkle with salt, leave them a few minutes, and then brush them with oil and just, you know, roast them for a little bit. That takes a little bit longer.
Okay.
So it all depends on what kind of vegetables you're using. For instance, if you want to use zucchini, you don't have to do all these steps.
Okay.
You just scoop the flesh out and that's it.
So there's simpler versions you can make for time saving.
Of course, yeah. You know, like if you don't like eggplant, don't use them. If you think it's too much work, or sometimes, you know, you might not even have them, you know, at the house. You have everything else. You don't want to make a trip to the store to go buy eggplants, you know. So you just use what you have.
Right.
So, you know, peppers, and this is a good way to make dolma if you have like extra vegetables sitting in there in the fridge that they are fresh, and so you can make dolma and cook it before they go bad.
Okay.
Because it doesn't matter even if they're like few days old.
Yeah.
So you could use them to make dolma because they will cook through. Yeah. If you have peppers, if you have, and you know, always have like a jar of grape leaves ready in the fridge. So you can make it anytime you want to.
When I make it just eggplant, onion, grape leaves.
Yeah, like I said, whatever your family likes. You don't want to do something that they won't eat.
Right.
And sometimes you can even use cabbage. I use cabbage sometimes, and you know, with the grape leaves, just the leaves of cabbage. You know, just like. You know, dip them in some hot water until they like a little bit soft, cut them, and use them.
Some use chestnut. Silk?
Yeah, Swiss chard, yes. Or Swiss chard you could use too, yeah. سلق خاصة بالصيف يكون موجود تقدروا تستعملون تصير قمانة ويا الورق ويا ورق العنب. قمانة طيب يطلع. اوكي انتي خلصتي هنا. اوكي let's help ريتا. ورا ما كملنا طبعا ريتا لفت ورق العنب اللي هي كان عندها الحشو مالتها، ونورا همينة ساعدتهم اني شويه حتى نخلص بسرعه. شوفون يعني طبعا سووا شغل كلش زين وكلش مرتب ونظيف. and you guys did amazing job. Look at you guys like a pro. Beautiful. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we will arrange these grape leaves in the pot. راح نصفهم بالجدر. So one next to each other. Sitting snuggle next to each other, make like one row like this one. You could do the same thing, Rita, just one next to each other. Make sure they are close to each other.
And then keep going.
And then you keep going. Okay. You're just like next to each other. Yeah. We don't want to have any space in between. So they won't open during cooking time. Okay. Close to each other. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Like this, press on it. We don't want one to be high and one low.
Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, finish this and then start another row.
Okay.
Okay, see? Yes, just like that. And then we will press on it. Okay. هسه ورا ما صفوا ورق العنب كله بالجدر، هسه الدولمة حضريها حتى نطبخها على الفرن. After we arranged all these grape leaves on top of the vegetables, now the dolma is ready to be cooked. We add the sauce and we will cook it on the stove. Okay. هسه شعلنا النار جوا الجدار اثنيناتهم، راح نطبخهم اثنينهم بنفس الوقت. راح نتركه تقريبا دقيقة إلى دقيقتين مثل ما شفتوا. خلينا زيت بقعر الجدرية وبعدين خلينا طبقة ورق العنب. نريد بس شوية ورق العنب ينقلي شوية حتى ينطينا نكهة أحسن. دقيقة دقيقتين تقريبا. وخلال هذا الوقت راح نحضر الصوص. أنا عندي مي وعندي عصير الليمون، معجون الطماطة. So here we added the water, the lemon juice, of course fresh lemon juice, and we adding the tamarind paste. This will add a lot of flavor. It will be like sweet and sour, and it's really good with the dolma. We mix, and this is going to be the sauce that we will cook the dolma with. You hear how, you know, the grape leaves are frying, which it gives you a lot of flavor. We will add the sauce to the first part. You see the amount of sauce that we add? It needs almost to cover everything, but we don't want to have way too much sauce. All these vegetables are going to release a lot of liquid, and you will see there will be more water on top of it. ورا ما ضفنا الصوص شوفون شلون يغطي الورق العنب، يغطي الفيجيتابلز. وهسه الفيجيتابلز هي راح تنطينا هوايه مي همينه محلول لهذه، ونخلي معون ثقيل فوقها حتى نتاكد بانه ما تنفتح اوراق العنب او الخضره كلها، حتى تنطبخ كلها بطريقه متساويه. وراح نترك هذا المحلول الى ان يبدي يغلي. بس يبدي يغلي راح نهدي الحراره ونخلي الغطاء، وراح نطبخها لمده تقريبا 30 الى 45 دقيقه، لانه الجدر صغيريه. كل ما يكون الجدر كبير كل ما يحتاج وقت اكثر حتى ينطبخ. You see, after we added all the sauce, we added a heavy plate on top. This will keep everything together, so the grape leaves will not open, and the other vegetables, so everything is gonna stay intact. And then we will bring this whole mixture to a boil, reduce the heat, cover it, and we'll cook it for 30 minutes to 45 minutes until all the liquid absorb through the dolma, and then everything's nice and tender. وراح نسوي نفس الشيء للقدر الآخر. راح نضيف المي، عصير الحامض، تمر هندي، راح نضيفه فوق الدولمة. راح نخليه معه ثقيل، ننتظر إلى أن يغلي. شوفون الجدر الأول بدأ المحلول يغلي كل الزين. راح نهدي الحرارة إلى ميديم، راح نغطي نتركه ينطبخ لمدة 30 إلى 45 دقيقة إلى أن ينضج. هسه مثل ما تشوفون أنا كنت مسوية جدر كبير لعائلتي همينة، وتشوفون أني أصفتها بهالطريقة. ورا ما تنطبخ الدولمة تتركوها تقريبا 3-4 ساعات حتى تبرد كل الزين، وبعدين تكون سهلة عليكم حتى تصفوها مثل هذه. طبعا الطريقة اللي هي العالم كلها تسويها أو اللي معروف بها هي ناس تقلب الدولمة بالصينية. هنا أنا عندي ريتا راح تقلب الجدرية مالتها. ناخذ صينية مثل هذه ونخليها فوق الجدر، نلزم باليدات كل الزين، وراح نقلب الدولمة. اوكي، خلينا نشيل هذا الورق.
These are the leaves we lined.
These are the leaves we lined. You see
Perfect.
how nothing is burned.
Yeah.
شوفون هاي الأوراق اللي خليناها بقعر الجدر شلون طبعا لا يحترق أي شيء من الخضرة اللي خليناها، أو ما تنطي منظر كلش ما حلو. شوفون كلها تنطبخ بطريقة صحيحة وبطريقة متساوية. Beautiful. You guys did amazing job. Look
Thank
at
you
you,
so
both
much.
of you.
We had an amazing teacher.
amazing طبعا ريحتها كلش طيبة. and إن شاء الله أفراد عائلتكم كلها تعجبهم الدولمة اللي سويناها، وتبقون تسووها لهم دائما. وفتشي طبعا تتباهون بيها مننا. So you guys can make it for your family.
We wish everybody can smell this. It smells
so
incredible.
It smells
I can't wait to eat it. Take it to my family.
Yeah, they'll be so happy. They'll be waiting for dinner, right? Yeah, and hopefully, like you will keep making this for your family. And if you have any gathering, every gathering, the dolma has to be on the table, any occasion. And it was really, really so nice having both of you.
Thank you for having us.
It was so much fun, and I'm really glad that you guys, we worked together. It was so much fun.
Thank you for teaching us and being patient. This was incredible.
My pleasure, anytime. And hopefully we can make other the recipes together.
Yes.
So you guys come on, Thank you so much. هسه مثل ما تشوفون نورا استعملنا ورق العنب اللي كان فريش، وطبعا تشوفون النتيجة نفس الشيء بالضبط مثل اللي كنا حاطيه بالمحلول الملحي والحامض. ما يفرق أبدا كل شيء. Do you see the difference in between the fresh one and the one that it's pickled in jars? There is no difference at all, and it's gonna taste exactly the same thing. But if you have fresh ones and you want to use them, that's fine. You don't have time to preserve them. You have them ready. You could use them and it's no problem. And then the preserved ones, you'll have them for the whole year. Yeah. And it's nice to have in the fridge also. Perfect. So again, thank you so much. I'm really, really happy that you guys were here and we did this together, and you get to take each one of you your dolma home and share it with your family.
Thank you so much, Samira.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So هاي كانت وصفتنا اليوم. طبعا الدولمة العراقية الشهيرة اللي هي ملكة المائدة، وهنا عندي ضيفات وياي شابات حلوات وشاطرات كلش. دكتورة نورا أو ريتا بنت حماية، ودكتورة نورا صديقتها، وطبعا سووا شغل كل الزين كأنه مسوين دولمة لعدة مرات، وكلش طلعت مرتبة ونظيفة، وراح يحاولون يسووها لعائلتهم مرة بالأسبوع. وين سمان رايت إن شاء الله. نشوفكم في حلقات قادمة مع وصفات لذة وأطيب. لا تنسوا أن تشتركون في قناتي حتى يوصلكم كل ما هو جديد من وصفاتي في الأسابيع القادمة. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my videos, follow me on Instagram and Facebook.